Hello, English learners, and welcome back to Words of Wisdom. Today, we are going to talk about something incredibly powerful that can change your life: habits. Habits are the small actions we do regularly, often without thinking. We will also explore the amazing idea called the Law of 1%. Let's discover how small changes can lead to big results. Think about your daily routine. What do you do every morning? Do you brush your teeth? Do you check your phone? These are habits. Some habits are good for us, like exercising or reading. Other habits might not be so good, like spending too much time on social media or eating unhealthy snacks. Our habits largely shape our lives. Many people want to achieve big goals, like learning a new language, getting fit, or starting a business, but they often feel overwhelmed by the size of the goal. They try to make huge changes at all once, and then they give up. This is where the power of habits comes in. Instead of trying to change everything, we can focus on building small, consistent habits. This brings us to the law of 1%. This idea is simple but very powerful. It says that if you improve by just 1% every day, you will see incredible growth over time. Imagine you are 1% better today than yesterday. It might not seem like much, but if you do this every day for a year, you will be 37 times better by the end of the year. That's a huge difference from a very small daily change. Conversely, if you get 1% worse every day, you will become almost zero by the end of the year. This shows us that small actions repeated over time have a massive impact. It's like the Japanese philosophy of Kaizen, which means continuous improvement. It's about making small, ongoing changes, not big, sudden ones. So how can we use the power of habits and the law of 1% to improve our lives? It starts with making our desired habits easy to begin. Don't try to run a marathon on your first day of exercise. Instead, commit to something very small, like doing one push-up or walking for 5 minutes. This is similar to the 2-minute rule we discussed in a previous episode. Make it so easy that you cannot say no. When you start small, you build momentum. Momentum is the force that keeps an object moving. Once you start a small habit, it becomes easier to continue, and often you will do more than you planned. The goal is not to achieve a big result immediately, but to become the type of person who does that action. For example, instead of saying, "I want to write a book," say, "I am a writer," and then write one sentence every day. Another important part of building good habits is to make them attractive. This means making them enjoyable or connecting them to something you already enjoy. For example, if you want to read more, you could read your book while drinking your favorite tea. Or if you want to exercise, listen to your favorite music or podcast while you do it. We also need to make bad habits unattractive and difficult. If you want to stop checking your phone so much, put it in another room while you're working. If you want to eat less unhealthy food, don't buy it and keep it in your house. Make it harder for yourself to do the bad habit. The law of 1% also teaches us about patience and consistency. Results don't appear overnight. It takes time for small changes to add up. Many people give up too soon because they don't see immediate results. But remember, a bamboo tree grows very slowly for years, and then suddenly it shoots up very quickly. Your efforts are like that bamboo tree. They are growing even if you can't see it yet. This idea is also connected to the Japanese concept of gaman, which means enduring with patience and dignity. It's about staying committed to your small habits, even when it feels difficult or when you don't see immediate progress. Trust the process and trust that your small, consistent efforts are building something great. So, English learners, what is one habit you can start today and improve by just 1%? Maybe it's listening to this podcast for 15 minutes every day. Maybe it's learning 5 new English words. Or maybe it's spending 1 minute practicing your English speaking. Remember, the journey to mastery is not about perfection. It's about continuous small improvements. Embrace the power of habits and let the law of 1% transform your life.